Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 Dalton Catamount Football pregame show. I'm Mitchell Boggs, joined by head football coach Matt Land of Dalton Catamounts. Coach, it's about that time, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you, it can't get here soon enough. You know, you go through a long off season and you evaluate and you spend a lot of time watching film, going back through last year, thinking about this year. Then you get into the summer. Then you have a long summer. We've had a long summer. Been a little bit hot out here. And just you get to this point and you can just feel it. The guys are excited. The coaches are excited. Certainly the fans will be excited. So, it's coming at the right time.
I know we've had, 7-on-7s, plenty of those this summer. We had the FCA camp a couple of weeks ago. Talk about what this summer has been like for this, for your team and what you guys have accomplished.
Well, the biggest thing that you want, I always call it my 3 C's. We want the first thing, we want to compete. This season we felt like that's the one thing that maybe at times we just did not do as well as we wanted to. So we wanted to compete at everything. So it didn't matter if we was doing sit-ups or cleaning the field house, But it was a great opportunity to go. We went up to University of Tennessee and played in the 7-on-7. We won that. Went to UTC a couple weeks ago and won that. So, it was great to get out there and compete not only against ourselves but to compete against other people. You always want that. Second of all, conditioning is not fun. I know you didn't enjoy conditioning, even playing in the majors. You weren't having a good.
It was a lot easier there. Than
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. It's not here. It's not that. But our guys, great thing about them is they understand that to play the way we want to play the game for 4 quarters and possibly 5 if necessary, we've got to be in shape. And so when you do compete in those 7-on-7s and things like that, it gives you a great opportunity to condition as well. And then the third thing is just the camaraderie, just being a team, getting off and getting away from girlfriends and parents and cell phones and fishing and cars and you just get away and you just kind of be a team. And, we don't have like we used to. You can't go away for a week. You can't have 16 practices in 4 days like we've had. Can't do that anymore. So we have to get creative, and our coaches have done an outstanding job this summer of creating those 3 C's as we've gone through the summer. And like I said, I'm very happy with where we're at. We got a long way to go, but I'm very happy with where we're at as we sit here a couple of days getting ready to go full pads.
Our fans got to see an incredibly competitive region last year. 4 teams that made it to the playoffs were very good, and we definitely had a team that would have made noise in the playoffs as well. So we know how competitive our region is. But when you look at the beginning of our season, the scrimmage with Cartersville and then Ringgold and Northwest, there'll be 2 competitive games. It seems like the early part of our season is really going to prepare us for the region schedule that'll be ahead.
Well, and this. I mean, you play football and you play baseball, and you can go basketball, soccer, anything. There's 2 types of teams that you've got to prepare for. That you got to prepare for the teams that are just going to be, an unbelievable amount of competition. I mean, you're just going to line up, and you're going to know they're going to probably have better Jimmys than your Joes, or maybe they've got more horses. And whatever analogy you want to use, they might be a better team. And so you got to come up with how you're going to play those teams. The other team that you got to play is those teams that are emotional, the teams that are going to be jacked up. They've highlighted you on the schedule, and our season is certainly peppered with some of each and a few teams that are both. I like how we start the season. Cartersville obviously is one of they're a perennial top 10 team right now in the state champion, and we've worked with them on 3 occasions this summer. So that's going to be a great test for us, and to get out and get in pads, that's the big thing. Certainly you love playing the local games. We want to invite everybody to come out. We're going to be at Ringgold and then have Northwest here. And those games, obviously, they're emotional games, and you get the opportunity to really kind of check yourself emotionally. How do you get prepared? And we got some young guys we're going to depend on, so we need them to play in those big games early on. And then we get into the kind of the slaughter. Then you get into your region. You go to Sequoia, Creekview, Harrison, and on down the line. And so I tell you, I'm very excited to see how this team is going to step up. They're going to have plenty of opportunities to step up and really see what kind of team we're going to be.
Well, you talk about, being a tough region and needing your guys to step up and know how important leadership is. Right. Talk about, what we can expect from this group from a leadership standpoint, some kids stepping up and growing into those types of roles?
Well, one of the great things that we've done this year, and I trumpet our coaches, they've just been instrumental in doing this. We had last year some of probably the highest character kids that we've had. Just didn't have as many vocal leaders. And playing any sport, there has to be a coach on the field. There's got to be that one guy in the huddle, or maybe two or three. And so we have spent an inordinate amount of time this off season. We developed a 14-week leadership course that the guys took every Monday. They'd go get their lunches, and they'd come in there and sit down and listen to 25 minutes, and we talked about what leadership looks like. And it's great to have those silent leaders, but you got to have somebody that vocalizes that leadership. And so I'm very excited to see in this group who are those guys going to be. I think some people are going to be, obviously, they're going to know a lot of them. You're going to see Jameer, you're going to see Landon, you're going to see John Ross, Christian Lama. You're going to see those guys. They're certainly going to be vocal. But I think you're going to see some guys step up that maybe in the past have not been vocal. And I think we've turned, I don't want to say turn the corner because that kind of sounds like a bad, but I think they've now kind of realized I've got to step into that role. It's my time now. And so I'm excited. I'm excited to see these guys, Tyson Swope and Big Osbaldo and Manny. I'm anxious to see what those guys are going to do. And I think as we go through the season, we're going to be the team those guys want to be. It's not going to be what I want. Right. It's going to be what they want. How are they going to lead in the locker room and then out here on the field?
Well, Coach, I know we're excited about this season. We know we've got a lot of exciting things ahead of us. We just want to welcome, encourage all of our fans to get out here. Got a big home opener against Northwest. We expect everybody to be here, but just want to wish you the best of luck and look forward to a big season out of the Catamounts, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, and hey, we want to invite everybody to come out. Go Big Red.
Go Big Red. I am now joined by Rob Taylor with the Dalton Quarterback Club. Rob has been a tremendous help for me. He's been a tremendous help for this club for years now. And Rob, talk about some of the things we've got going on with the Quarterback Club here before the season starts and how our members can join.
All right, we are excited about the 2019 season, and we would love to have you a part of the Quarterback Club. It's not too late. You can come join. Go to daltonfootball.com and look for the link right on the home page. And you can join online, pay online, and then also there's a form there you can print off. If you'd rather do that, you can print it off, fill it out, and mail it in with a check. Or you can call me or Mitchell, and we'll get you all squared away. But we're excited about this season. I think the team's going to do great this year, and we've got some really cool things for memberships this year, and I'm excited.
Yeah, we're trying to make things as easy as possible for our members. The website, take advantage of that. One thing that's going to be new this year that I know our fans will love is that the live stream is going to be free this year. So, in years past, you've had to pay for that. This year, you're free on Friday nights. The Catamounts are on the road and you can't make it. We'll get you the website information and how you can log online and watch that, but that'll be free. We're also going to have tailgates here for home games. Talk about who we'll be doing that with.
Chick-fil-A, again, is going to help us this year. Miss Kelsey with Chick-fil-A, they've agreed. They'll be set up right here in front of the field house every Friday night home game, 6 o'clock, and I think they'll even have their famous sweet tea back, so we're excited about that. And then you said something about the live stream. All I have to do is just go to daltonfootball.com, and it'll be right there.
Easy enough. It's like I said, we try to make it easy. But a lot of things to take advantage of through the Quarterback Club this year. Again, it's something that we're very proud of year in and year out, being a booster organization that supports this program. So sign up for the Quarterback Club as soon as you can. It's not too late. You can do it all the way through the season. But what we'll also be doing on Monday nights is we'll be having our Quarterback Club meetings every Monday night. We'll put information on the website, daltonfootball.com, on when and where those meetings will be taking place. So we just want to get all of our Catamount fans involved as much as possible. Some of the new items we'll have this year, obviously we're going to have the hats, the polos. We'll have a new pullover this year with the
new polo. Yeah, cool, I think.
It's going to have the new GeoCat logo on there. That's something that's new that we hadn't done in the past. And then we'll have a ladies item as well. So go check those out. Make sure you take advantage of the Quarterback Club and everything we're trying to do to support these kids. So,
and don't forget, our first home game is a big one. It's going to be here against Northwest. So we want everybody to come out and support these guys. It'll be a fun night.
So we're going to have Northwest here at Harmon Field. That'll be August 30th. That'll be the home opener. The week before that, the Catamounts will go on the road to take on Ringgold. A lot to take advantage of, a lot to be excited about. Rob, I want to thank you for joining us here on the Catamounts Preseason Show, and thank you for all you do.
Thank you, Mitchell, and go Big Red.
Go Big Red. Welcome back to the 2019 Dalton Catamount Football pregame show. I'm now joined by offensive coordinator, Coach Adam Martinez. Coach, how's the summer been for the Catamounts?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a busy summer, and kids have worked really hard this year, and very attentive and working hard in the weight room, running, getting speed. We competed a lot this summer. I went to University of Tennessee, won that one. Came back, went to UTC and won that 7-on-7. So the kids really got a chance to compete this year, and I tell you, with our experience that we have right now, it's shown.
You talk about having experience. We're going to have several key guys back on offense this year. Talk about how important that is, how much of a weapon that can be for an offense, having guys that have been through it.
Yeah, right. None important than the offensive lineman. That's where we have most of our experience in. We have those returners coming back, and mainly all seniors. And so the experience of doing our checks at what we do, our system, they really bought into it, kind of helped out with our gaps. And, of course, how could you have Dalton offense without number one back there? And so he's you're going to see him everywhere, and that's one of the things that he's done well. He's been very flexible with that.
He talked about Jameer Gibbs, obviously a young man that's highly talented, is going to be a big-time player on Saturdays here next year and years after that. But I understand we've got a lot of depth at that position just beyond Jameer. Talk about some of the guys we have back there.
Right, Josh Moore's also a senior, and that's the key component. Him and Maurice Howard is to allow Jameer to do what he does. They're going to play a big, vital part in filling that role as well, to allow Jameer to be more flexible to do that. So we've gone over that with them this summer about how important their roles are going to be, and how when they come in and play, it's very, very important that Jameer get to do what he does.
I know you're a guy likes to build an offense around being able to do a lot of different things, a lot of different formations, throw the ball, run the ball. For Catamount fans, without getting too in-depth and giving away the scouting report, what can we expect to see out of our offense this year?
I'm a disciple of Coach Lands as well, and we're going to pound the ball first, And Landon Allen, another year under his belt, he has a big arm. He proved that going into those 7-on-7s. He is really starting to take control of this offense, of what it was, and our checks and how we have our system. But at the end of the day, you go to any college, any high school coach that's worth their grain of salt, they're going to tell you, man, running the ball to win. That's what we plan on doing.
Now, we saw last year how competitive this region is. Each team that got into the playoffs was very, very good. Can we expect to see this region to continue to be very tough?
We talked about it. The top 4 teams, they were ranked in the state that beat us last year. And so, again, we've seen some of those teams throughout the summer. And, yes, it's going to be very, very competitive. You're going to have the Altunas, the Sequoias, and the Harrisons. They're there to play. But I'll tell you, I like our chances this year.
Well, Catamount fans, you heard it here first. It's going to be a big year for the Catamounts. Coach Adam Martinez, thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
Mitch, always good to have you.
I'm now joined by defensive coordinator Kit Carpenter. Coach, the season is rapidly approaching. What's the summer been like for the kids?
It's been great. We've had a lot of kids. Really, participation was very high. We've got a lot of kids. The attitude's really been really good.
Now, we know how tough this region is. We saw it last year. A lot of good football teams. We were certainly one of them. Talk about, can we expect that to continue? Talk about this region, what it's going to look like this year.
Well, right now there's 4 teams ranked in the top 10, and I think we're at 14. And so it's not it's one of the tougher regions in 6A.
Well, we've been talking about leadership, talking about how important that is to a football team. Talk about, your side of the ball. The guys that we can expect to see out there being team leaders on that defense and getting the job done.
Well, really, we've got a strong defensive front, and it all starts there. We've got great leadership out of those guys, and then they just get everybody in line.
You've been doing this a long time. I think you were coaching when I was playing.
2001.
You were like 20 then, though.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
But talk about what it's like, being a coach at this program. I know you're one of the best players we've ever had here. I know how important it was to you. Talk about what it's like coming back here and being a coach here and trying to provide that same experience for these kids.
It's really a reward for me just to even be able to do it, and it's just continues on and to give back and do the things that we did to just continue on that tradition is great.
Well, we appreciate everything you do here at this program. Appreciate all your hard work. I want to thank you for joining us, and appreciate you being here.
Thank you.
Go Big Red.
Head coach Matt Land.
Scott Thompson, defensive backs, head strength coach.
Kid Carpenter, defensive coordinator.
Adam Martinez, offensive coordinator, running backs.
Doug Byards, wide receivers.
Ricky Hammondtree, cornerbacks.
Jamie Penny, defensive ends. Cole Bennett, tight ends, offensive line. Bill Mayo, offensive line.
Eric Long, quarterbacks.
Chase Pritchett, defensive line.
Bo Blackwood, running backs.
Gabe Majorkirth, quarterbacks.
Jim Bennett, defensive tackles.
John Patrick, head freshman coach.
Jamie Johnson, freshman defensive coordinator.
John Mary Gibbs, number 1, senior running back.
Vincent Vinier, seniors, athlete.
Tyson Swope, number 8, defensive end, senior.
Landon Allen, number 10, senior quarterback. Bryce Houghton, senior athlete.
Malachi Gregory, DB, senior, number 14, 21.
Gabe Hill, senior, number 22, linebacker.
Joshua Moore, senior, number 24, fullback, running back.
John Ross, senior, 36, defensive end.
Lane Cox, 44, middle linebacker, senior.
Brent Bagley, 53, senior, offensive line.
Saul Espino, senior, number 54, offensive line.
Ryan Leroy, senior, number 58, defensive line.
Bakari Allen, senior, number 59, defensive tackle.
Harrison Jones, senior, 62, defensive end.
Fabi Garcia, senior, number 64, offensive line.
Labardo Beltran, senior, 70, offensive tackle.
Manuel Vega, number 73, offensive line, senior.
Christian Morgan, number 74, senior, offensive line.
Esteban Ibarra, number 90, senior, kicker.
Christian Loma, 98, senior, defensive line.
Fuller Vineyard, number 4, DB, junior.
Parker Adams, number 11, free safety, junior.
Mauricio Quintero, safety, outside linebacker, number 20, junior.
David Garcia, 23, outside linebacker, defensive end, junior.
Hunter Nolan, 25, junior, receiver.
AJ Hernandez, number 26, DB, junior.
Maurice Howard, Jr., running back.
Titan Benton, Jr., DB.
Caleb Hernandez, 42, outside linebacker, junior.
Sweat Lopez, Jr., middle linebacker, 48.
Corey Gray, Jr., defensive line, 65.
Hayden Sumner, Jr., offensive line, 66.
Ty Chanel, number 67, defensive end, junior.
Ty Thurman, 71, right guard, junior.
Rick Sandoval, 76, right tackle, junior.
Fisher McElrath, number 80, wide receiver, junior.
Dominique Simpson, 93, middle linebacker, junior.
Cesar Muro, defensive tackle, number 94, junior.
LeBaron Nance, defensive tackle, junior, 95.
Ashton Blackwell, sophomore, number 2.
Journey Boston, sophomore, number 3, receiver.
Kareem Page, number 5, junior.
Brady Penley, sophomore, 12, DB.
Bentley Myers, 30, sophomore. Yeah.
Parker Eichholtz, number 34, outside linebacker, sophomore.
Austin Fisher, number 38, defensive end, sophomore.
Blake Hammondtree, safety, sophomore, number 40.
Brock Johnson, 45, middle linebacker, sophomore.
Bryson Benton, number 46, outside linebacker, running back, sophomore.
Dylan Center, 47, defensive end, sophomore.
Isaac Lopez, 55, defensive end, sophomore.
Brendan Arredondo, number 56, defensive tackle.
Grant Halverson, number 60, offensive line, sophomore.
Nick Cowart, 68, sophomore, defensive tackle.
Charlie Patrick, 7'2", O-line.
Hezekiah Duncan, 78, offensive line, sophomore.
Rodrigo Pena, 79, offensive tackle, sophomore.
Juan Robledo, number 81, kicker, sophomore.
Jair Torres, 85, receiver, sophomore.
Jose Lara, number 86, kicker, sophomore.
John Patterson, number 88, tight end, sophomore.
Damian Vital, defensive end, sophomore, number 91.
Jesus Diaz, number 92, defensive tackle, sophomore.
Warner Ross, number 1, freshman.
Tyson Greenwood, running back, freshman.
Asher Tanner, number 4, freshman.
Parker McClure, number 7, freshman.
Max Ross, number 8, freshman.
Luke Blanchard, 11, freshman.
Devon Harrelson, 13, freshman.
Connell Cooper, number 14, freshman.
Davy Luna, 15, freshman.
Daniel Ramos, number 17, freshman.
Evan Turner, number 18, freshman.
Tyler Jacobo, number 19, freshman.
What's DeAndre, 20, freshman.
Jackson Blackwood, number 35, freshman.
Rockwoods Washington, number 41, freshman.
Macario Contreras, number 50, freshman.
Yair Ponce, number 52, freshman.
Veer Patel, number 52, freshman.
Kevin Pacheco, number 53, freshman. Yep.
John Ridley, number 54, freshman.
Kevin Murillo, number 55, freshman.
Sonny Washington, number 56, freshman.
Juan Montalvo, 57, freshman.
Cody Guzman, number 58, freshman.
Jacob Meza, number 59, freshman.
David Brock, number 60, freshman.
Edgar O'Connor, number 61, freshman.
Angel Carrillo, 62, freshman.
Christian Vargas, 64, freshman.
Adrian Hernandez, number 65, freshman.
Israel Suarez, number 66, freshman.
Jackson Franks, number 67, freshman.
Raul Ortega, 72, freshman.
Devin Baldovinos, number 74, freshman.
Jason Lar, number 75, freshman.
Anderson Jackson, number 89, freshman.
Thank you.